We're good, buddy. We're going. We're live.
Hello and welcome to 2K Fantasy Premier League Podcast. Your host, Christopher K. And we are recording this on Sunday, less than 48 hours until the next deadline for game week 21. So that's Tuesday, 6:30 UK time. So that's lunchtime for UK, 1:30. Happy New Year. I know we didn't get to speak before the last pod. You podded, but I wasn't able to get to a pod. How's your New Year been?
Good. Yeah,
Back to work tomorrow?
Snowing like crazy here, so it's been annoying. Family's still here for 2 more days. Work tomorrow. Kind of back at it tomorrow. Kids back tomorrow. Gymnastics, double dose of gymnastics tomorrow night. Skiing started. Hockey tournament just ended. It's busy. Nice. Yeah, you? How's your New Year?
It's all right. Yeah, been a slightly quieter one. We got we sort of got the hot tub out the last couple of days. Nice to be nice and cold. Nice going in the hot tub when it's hot. We got one of those like those blow up ones rather than like which I think are quite good. I think loads of people bought them during lockdown, then sort of chucked them in the bin. But we got like a little gazebo for them, so it kind of like protects it. Because if you leave it outside, you just get absolutely wrecked by the elements.
Yeah.
And then just doing a few house bits. And yeah, same as you. Everything starts tomorrow. Kids back at school, football, athletics, dance, drama, whatever they're doing. It's all just go. So soon be back into it.
Cool.
Although obviously the UK can't handle the weather. So Violet was supposed to have a match on Saturday, like a friendly that I'd arranged, but then we cancelled it because the pitch was frozen. Come on. I mean, I guess. But it's funny when someone was saying, "Oh, will any of the Premier League matches get cancelled?" I was like, "It's not that cold for that. All those grounds have got like under pitch heating, haven't they?" So I don't think we got any questions because we probably didn't even tell people we were podding, albeit we obviously
kind of just ad hoc potted. Like, fuck, let's do it. Why not? Games are still on, aren't they? What time is it over there?
It is 7:20. Chelsea game, Man City Chelsea game. It's still 1-0 to Man City. We're just going into stoppage time.
Okay.
I am hoping for a Chelsea goal.
Why is that? Oh, for Arsenal-related purposes?
Oh, yeah. At 6-minute stoppage time.
Nice. I wouldn't mind a Chelsea goal, just, I guess, because people have Man City clean sheets, but I kind of got the sense people were sort of getting turned off O'Reilly. Didn't he have an early sub a week ago? And I mean, Chelsea's a tough fixture, so and Big Gabs went nuts. So I would imagine a lot of O'Reilly to Big Gabs happened.
I mean, I think Man City's defense still looks, Donnarumma is a massive upgrade in terms of actually saving the ball compared to Ederson. I think you've probably seen. I think you posted that Vardy went off injured. Looks like DS has also gone off injured.
Oh my god!
So if they're both injured, that probably gives O'Reilly his place back in the team, I suspect. But we have seen a couple of random sort of no-show statements. Obviously, you got Sanchez not turning up, injured, and then we all had Ekitike not everyone, but a lot of people had Ekitike not injured. Although it sounds both like minor injuries, but that's kind of what happens when you're playing games every 3-4 days, right? You get like a little knock, that's it. You're out of the next game.
I know.
It's just how it is. So maybe we're just looking at the scores, looking at our plans, and then I got a few questions for you.
Okay.
So my team was another disaster for me because I sold Declan Rice, of course, and then he got 17 points. The only plus side was that I bought in Lewis. Is it Lewis Miley? I can't remember. Is this his first name? The cheap guy from Newcastle. He's got me 7 points, which isn't terrible. Lewis Miley,
and that's in a clean sheet.
Yeah, I did that. I think he's getting a bonus point. That's why I think he's getting 7.
Ah, okay.
And then I did that to get Big Gabs because I wanted to keep Timber as well. And that was kind of the debate I had. And obviously, in hindsight, I should have sold Timber. But I guess I'll play it as it is now and hope that Saka gets a hat-trick on Thursday and catches it all up for me. So I now have Saka, Big Gabs, and Timber. But I suspect the optimal Arsenal is going to be Rice, Gabs, and then take your pick out of Raya, Timber, and Saka, depending on your preferences. It's kind of where I think my head's at. I mean, Odegaard's a bit of a left field shout because I mean
he seems more nailed than anyone else in mid besides Rice.
Yeah, I mean, Eze, he's just like he's in the bad books. He's just not even on the pitch.
It's really weird. I just don't understand it. I mean, at some point, if you were a big name and these clubs are after you, do you go, are you just going to bury me like you did Eze? Like, why would I come there? Like, Semenyo going to Man City, like, what's he going to be starting every game on left wing?
Come on! Yes! Come on! Get in! Yes!
Chelsea?
Yeah, I don't know who it is. Oh, it's Enzo, I think.
Oh, that helps me in both draft leagues.
Oh, sorry about that.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, that. 6-point lead. We'll take that. Get in.
Good Lord.
Oh, they're all going to get booked. They're all in the crowd.
Enzo goal. Wow.
Brilliant. Donnarumma does not look happy. I'm not quite sure how it went in because the ball sort of went across the goal and it was like slow motion. And the back post, suddenly, he tries to kick it like twice, it seemed like, and then suddenly it went in. It's a weird goal.
Who got the assist?
So 27 across. Oh, don't tell me it's offside.
No, it looks like it's onside.
That was it. So Enzo misses it. Yeah. Then he kicks it. Keeper saves it, and then he kicks it in with his left foot, or pokes it in with his right foot. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's not offside. But anyway, let's find out.
Anyway, the game's already started again.
Oh, has it? All right, yeah. Well, I'm probably like a minute behind because I'm like doing it on like on my iPad. So, yes, that will do very nicely. And I thought I couldn't rely on Chelsea for today. But, you know, I thought, oh, typical, isn't it? The goalkeeper suddenly misses the game randomly against Man City. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure Sanchez is actually that good in goal.
I mean, he's got 8 clean sheets this year. Oh, no, it's under VAR right now.
Who is it?
VAR. So anyway, this is good potting.
So we're just sitting there waiting for VAR, so I can calm down because my heart rate.
I don't mind Sanchez. I mean, I just kind of got him in. I mean, it's disappointing that he's randomly missed out injured. It can happen to anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
The goal stands, by the way. Play resumes. So the it's annoying. It can happen to anyone. But I just sort of looked at it like these guys have an unreal clean sheet fixture run coming up. He's got 8 clean sheet points, or he's got 8 clean sheets already in a season where, besides Arsenal and for a little while Crystal Palace, nobody's really keeping consistent clean sheets. Maybe Everton are now, but they got fucking torched today. So it's hard to know who's going to keep clean sheets. You look at that fixture run they have coming up. Like,
it's nice.
It's very nice. You got Chalobah already. I just sort of look at it like, I don't trust any other defender except for Chalobah. You know, obviously this injuries happen, but at the time I'm like, Sanchez is a good pick, I think, because he was 4.9 to Chalobah 5.6. When those to already have 8 clean sheets in a season where it's really hard to get clean sheets, I don't think he's a bad pick. And he was like 4th in points when I got him. It's not like he's fucking way down overpriced. And he actually does get save points, unlike Raya. So it's like, like even in games like this, he would have got one. Like, who did he play? I had to play him last week. It was they ended up conceding, but he either got me 2 save points or 1 save point. It's like, you know what? That shit adds up. They're not going to clean every week. But now that this injury's happened, it's annoying. I think what I'll do is probably just wait and see on it because I got him in for 2 weeks from now anyway. I mean, I kind of only did this move to get big Gabs in because I didn't want to sell Rice or Saka to get big Gabs in. And also, I figured Raya at 6 million or whatever he is now is really expensive. I liked owning him at 5.5 million for the clean sheet part of it. But yeah, I agree with you. Big Gabs and Rice are sort of like a must for FPL right now. I'm in a position where I already have both of them. I think Tarkowski is borderline a must for FPL right now, because I do think that the defense in general is sort of pretty ugly. Like that you can get some big points out of these guys. And Everton have got a lot. They've got like fucking 5 clean sheets in their last 7-8 game weeks, man. And when they get clean sheets, he gets like an 8-pointer, 9-pointer, 10-pointer. I just think he's a player you got to get. Because after that, who is there? I mean, I've got Alderate or Mukiele or whatever for Sunderland. They've been playing well, but most of us aren't getting those points. They're typically, left on your bench.
That's it. Full time.
Yeah,
1-1. I'm very happy with that.
So, I mean, the defense to me is sort of more important to figure out right now, I think, than the attack, because the attack seems to be like, I feel like we're chasing. We're getting stuck chasing. Like, how you feeling about Foden? That's his 4th blank. How you feeling?
Well,
right? He was must get 5 weeks ago, and we get him 4 straight blanks. Fuck, Holland's going nowhere. I mean, he needs to blank like 2 more games before we start questioning him, right? I mean, he's just too explosive. Thiago all of a sudden is now like, fuck, should I be getting him right back in my team? Because we all went and got Ekateke because he was must get.
I mean,
Rodgers is must get.
Cherky's got defensive contributions again today. That's 2 games in a row. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, I look at it and go, Foden, is Foden worth more than Cherky? No, because they're both playing 90 minutes.
But is he worth a transfer to move? Because where I'm going with all this is we're running around in fucking circles, because now I got to get Thiago back in. And it's like, I just kind of feel like I'd almost rather use my transfers to get the defense sorted out. There's more points there. They blank, they get 4. You know what I mean? Like they've got the upside of fucking 14, 15.
That was kind of my thinking when I went, well, that's why I want Timber. For me, Timber, Gabs, Tarkowski, and then Chalobah, who's got good. I almost want to play 4 at the back with then Anderson as like my backup. And he's getting DC most weeks.
Yeah,
he's kind of he's kind of almost above Senesi now, I would almost say. Because also I think the Bournemouth defense has fallen off.
Senesi's done. He's gone. I sold him. Yeah. Did you sell him? Yeah,
I sold him ages before you did. I think the Bournemouth defense has fallen off a cliff.
He also wants out of that team now, apparently.
Whereas I trust the Fulham defense a bit more. Fulham will get some cleans.
I don't trust Anderson their defense at all.
Sorry?
I don't trust their defense at all. I don't think Fulham is like, to me, it's I'm looking at fucking Thea, or however you pronounce his fucking name, for Newcastle. Like I think that's more where I would like to go.
Yeah. I like the Newcastle defense.
I also think that all of a sudden Palace will be a thing again. So I'm a little hesitant to just sell Lacroix. Like I have Virgil and I have Lacroix, both who are easily on the chopping block for me. But I think Virgil's a way bigger problem for me than Lacroix, and I feel like
Virgil to Minoz is surely the move. That's the move you make when Minoz is back, because Minoz is due. So it's worth bearing in mind we're looking ahead to game week 21 here.
Okay,
and so next week. So obviously this week Liverpool have got a crappy fixture away at us, right? Then the next game they're home to Burnley. So you have Van Dijk for that. Minoz is due back game week 22, 17th of Jan. So if he's back, you can then sell Virgil to Minoz in game week 23. The other thing, I think that's quite relevant for this week, because we've got this sort of week and a half gap to the next game. Yeah. So it's like the winter break. So it's nice to have. If you can roll, it'd be quite nice to roll. Well, it'd be nice to have a couple of transfers at least in hand for when we get back in game week 22, because a few players are going to start coming back. Because you're talking that's 2 weeks away, so that's quite a long recovery time. So for me, if I was in your shoes, I'd go Van Dijk straight to Minoz in game week 23, assuming he's back. Because he's worth it anyway.
Assuming he's back, like I would want him to play. Honestly, dude, I'm ready to just fucking sell Van Dijk now. Like, I don't even care that he has. Honestly, they suck.
At the moment, I think Burnley are probably the worst team in the league behind Wolves.
I think they're the worst team in the league, and I'm like going to be like, wow, shocker. They scored on fucking Liverpool, and Van Dijk hasn't got defensive contribution points in like fucking 5 weeks now. Like, he hasn't got them for me once. with this unbelievably good lineup of run of fixtures, and he hasn't got him in the tough fixtures. It's like, what? This guy sucks. Dude, the first goal, he played the guy onside today. It was him. The line was him. He played fucking what's-his-nuts onside for Fulham's first goal, Harry Wilson. So it's like, dude, he's not even like this elite D anymore that he used to be. Like, their team is just mediocre, dude. They've spent a lot of money and have marquee names on their team, but they're kind of like, I feel like they're sort of like, if this is Liverpool and this is Chelsea like 2 seasons ago, it's going like this, where like now they're sort of both this like, yeah, they've spent a lot of money and they have these names that you've heard of, but like, you know, Liverpool used to be elite and Chelsea used to be like, wow, these guys are fucking terrible. They spend all this money, but they suck. Now it's like Chelsea's like long-term cheap contracts are starting to work out. And Liverpool are like, what do we do now? We're fucking in, you know, they're talking about selling Mo for like 30 million now. Like, it's like they're not getting any money for him. Like, I just don't like having these guys in my team. I mean, now I got to worry about Ekitike even playing. I'm going to hold him for 2 weeks for Burnley. Should I just get him the fuck out for Watkins or Thiago right now? Like, there's a lot of thoughts that I think we should be thinking. I mean, how long are we waiting on news for Ekitike here? I mean, it's a muscle injury. I don't just think he's going to come play Arsenal.
I mean, I was questioning whether I was even starting against Arsenal even before the injury today. I was thinking I might prefer to start one of my other defenders over him. But
so do you hold Ekitike for
Burnley? Yeah, I get him for the Burnley game. I mean,
at the expense of Thiago or
Watkins.
Or Watkins.
I mean, I do quite like
Watkins. Watkins have? Watkins is Thiago this week has Sunderland at home, and yeah, Sunderland are decent D, but that's like still a decentish fixture. I mean, it's not the best fixtures. It's like a sneaky, not great. And then Watkins has Palace away, which isn't amazing either, is it?
I wouldn't worry about, so and perhaps we should go back just to close off the scores for this week in a second. But
yeah, I could tell you mine.
For me, Watkins is hitting back his form he was in before. He scored against us. Mm-hmm. He should have had an assist had the guy just not literally missed from like a yard out and Raya saved it. He scored again at the weekend. Didn't he get a couple of goals the week before? I think he's back to the form he was in before.
4 goals in 3 weeks.
But he's looking like the old Watkins.
Yeah.
And that old Watkins scores against everyone.
Yeah.
He's fixture proof. So I'm kind of less concerned about Watkins' fixtures. I just want to see if it's Watkins of old, then I think he's a great pick. And that kind of links back to my point of, I understand the Foden to Shirky seems a sideward move, but it's not a sideways if you're getting a couple of mil for it. I mean, that £2 million, you can then make your third striker Watkins. You go, okay, this is a more interesting conversation.
I would not be going to Cherky though. I mean, for me, I'm looking at Bruno G. If I was going to go get a midfielder right now, it'd be Bruno G. If I was going to go get a defender right now, it'd be Thea. And if I was going to go get if I have to get a new keeper, I don't know what I'd do. I would probably spend the money on Pickford, I think, if I have to sell Sanchez. And if I had to get a new forward right now, I'd probably go Thiago over Watkins because is the difference. I'll tell you what the difference between Watkins is this year and Watkins is last year is hot as fuck. Watkins scores a goal. Does he get a DC bit? Isn't even getting many bonus points because they've changed all the rules. So like, you know, this week he got a 7 with his goal. Last week versus you, he got a 5-pointer with his goal. So he scores a goal. It's amazing. 5 points. Like, what are we doing here, dude? Like, I want to spend 9 million on that.
Again, against us, he got booked, and it's a game that they lost 4-1, so he's not going to get bonus. He did get 1 bonus this week in a game with 4 goals in, and McGinn got double.
But like, he's just not getting the other stuff, and like, he has to score to get a 5 to 12. So he gets a brace, he gets all 3 bonus, kind of like Rodgers, and he gets a 12. I think he's done that twice. He got 12 points, right, with his brace and all his bonus. Otherwise, he's getting like 5 or 7 if he scores. That sucks. I just think.
Well, on the basis I had Lewis Miley today, who got a clean sheet, a bonus, and then all based on an assist.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna have Elliot Anderson come on for a 4-pointer for me for Ekateke, and that's one less point than Morgan Rogers, who everybody's fucking losing their mind over, but like doesn't get bonus if he gets an attacking return. Like he's getting a 5-pointer. Elliot Anderson's getting yet another 4-pointer. Like I'd rather have Elliot Anderson, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I'd rather have Bruno fucking G, who scores and just gets all the bonus, unless obviously a defender cleans and scores like the audit today. So he's getting all the bonus. Bruno's going to get 2 bonus. So I feel like top midfielder to get for me right now is obviously if you don't have Rice, get Rice. But is Bruno G, who has Wolves home next, I'm pretty sure. I think I rolled last week. I need to see what's going on with Sanchez. Fortunately, I have Dubravka. I can just play him and get fucking 1-pointers, I guess, to 3-pointers or a cheeky 11-pointer like you got the other week, right? But I could maybe like wait on Sanchez a week and just go Ekateke to Thiago and Elliot Anderson to Bruno G. And I'm considering that. And I'm considering Thiago over Watkins because Thiago's scoring against anybody, just like Watkins. Thiago's in as hot a form as Watkins. Thiago's been doing it all season. Thiago had a fucking hat trick today, and he's almost 2 million cheaper. It sucks he got a hat trick today, honestly, because not only was it against Tarkowski, like it kind of fucked with the script a little bit. Like I don't expect forwards to kind of do that well against Everton, especially when Everton are at home. Like sort of kind of came out of nowhere.
The thing with Thiago is since the Arsenal game, okay, played 30 minutes, he had that injury.
Yeah,
he's got 2, 2, 2, 5, 2, and that 5 was a goal. So he's done nothing for.
So he's like Watkins to me, but way cheaper is, I guess, where I'm going. I want Haaland and only one other forward.
Yeah,
I guess with Ekateke, am I going to wait for this muscle injury thing to be cleared up before Burnley at home? And then, like, how bad is this injury going to be? I mean, I expect he's going to drop like 4 price drops by then, honestly. And the other thing I'm keeping in mind is like, is Bruno Fernandes coming back soon? Because that guy was just like such a better pick than all these other players, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, kind of on my mind. I mean, so just jumping back to the point. So
sure, yeah.
I think I've ended up on 44.
Yeah,
it would have been much better had I not sold Rice, but obviously I did get big Gabs in. I know not everyone owns good Gabs, so anyway, it is what it is. So I think I'm getting 3 from Anderson off the bench, and I got 1 bonus from Miley. So 44, I think, will be a grey arrow for me. Okay. And I presume, Kev, you're about 10 points ahead of that because you've got Rice, haven't you? You got Rice and Gabs. And you've also got
I'm on 47 with Dubravka's 1-pointer and Anderson's 4-pointer coming off.
Yes, so 8 points more.
Yeah, so 52.
2, yeah. So 8 more than 8 more.
It looked a lot better after yesterday, and then every single one of my fuck up defenders just let in a goal like immediately this morning.
Although Cunha did as well, he got 7 points.
Yeah. Cunha did okay.
Actually, is Cunha on any bonus?
He must be.
Yeah, Cunha's getting 2 bonus. Okay, so I'm on 46. You're on 54. That's right.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
So I think that
Tarkowski's 2 is with Seabit. That's how many goals they let in.
Yeah,
but I mean, as bad as that looks, like great.
Although actually,
0.
I might actually end up on 48 because I heard a rumor that Timber's going to get DEFCON.
Oh yeah, no, he is. This. I saw that.
He is. Yeah, so
someone else is losing it. That is known.
The Brighton guy, Van Hecke. Heck.
Right. He's losing it.
So somehow you've only ended up with 6 points more than me, despite the fact you had Rice. That's ridiculous.
Because of the keeper, probably. Who's your keeper?
I got Allison. He got 1.
Okay. Well, I have Van Dijk as a D, and Alderate who got 1s. This is the problem, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I got to get the D right.
You got Saka, you got Anderson, you got Cunha, you got Foden. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess Miley's getting me 7. That's partly that. It doesn't make any sense. That's still 10-point difference. Anyway. And I guess
right.
Anderson's getting 3 off the bench, isn't it? You're right. It's your 1-pointers from your defenders, aren't they? Whereas I'm getting 3-pointers.
I just had a shit week for. Yeah. I mean, the fixtures look okay on paper. I mean, Sunderland versus Spurs, you expect Sunderland to fucking clean them, honestly. And Leeds versus Van Dijk, this is what I'm saying. This is how bad Liverpool are right now. You should expect to fucking clean. Like, I got him in for these fixtures where he played, like, who did he play in the last few? Fulham. So we had Wolves, didn't keep a clean versus Wolves at home. Ended up cleaning Leeds, and then didn't keep a clean versus Fulham away. Like, I don't expect a clean versus Burnley at this point. The fixtures are absolutely atrocious besides that Burnley fixture.
I was just looking at our league. So my mate Dave, just click on his team. He's on 40 minus 4.
Okay.
So he's got 36. So it looks like a bad week, but he's got Rice coming on for Ekitike. So he's going to...
Yeah, there's a lot of people have that.
That's 53 then. So that's gonna give him a nice little boost in that top 10K. So good effort.
Nice.
Sometimes when your luck's in, it's in, right?
Why is it showing as Keane? Oh, because he just didn't play him. And he got a 0 because he didn't get Cbit. See, Keane is not as good on Cbit as Tarkowski, I'm telling you. I know he had that 20-pointer the other week, but he does not get it in as many games as Tarkowski.
No,
I looked through it all. Tarkowski's definitely worth the money. We still don't know what that fucking knock is.
It's random, isn't it? It's like
two games he's missed over the last month, and we don't even know what the knock is. And I've been looking. I've been like actively on Twitter and on their websites and on their pressers, and like I can't fucking figure it out. So like hardcore stay away. I mean, you want to at least know why he's missing the games. If you're gonna go get him, like just pay for their fixtures are like really good coming up here.
So Kev, if you then blank piece of paper, any 5 mids, who would they be?
So like the question from last week that I answered.
It's kind of Dave's question, but you didn't quite answer because you went, I'm not tied to the money, but I'm kind of
I said the money's irrelevant right now because even if I had unlimited money, this is who I'd pick, and they're not the expensive players.
So Rice, Bruno Fernandes, given he will back, he's due back.
No, he's injured. You can't go with injured players.
Okay, we're not allowed him. Sorry, I broke the rules.
I mean, seriously. Obviously, if he's fit and playing, Mo's fit and banging,
in my mind, Anderson's almost on that list. You know,
See, this is where I went. That if you later on when I was discussing that, I said if I had unlimited money and Elliot Anderson's my first sub every week, it'd still be better to have Bruno G as my first sub every week. Like if you're gonna say Elliot Anderson, then like obviously Bruno G's in your 1 to 4 because he's better than Elliot Anderson. So if you have unlimited money, Bruno G is undoubtedly better than Elliot Anderson. Because he's getting Cbit in almost every game right now too, and he's getting fucking
is he?
Goals.
I don't think Bruno G is. Elliot Anderson is getting it in every game. He is the guy.
Yeah, he's getting it in a fair few, but not every game. Elliot Anderson is getting it every game.
He's getting every game.
He's just a 4-pointer weekly. Like I think about it, and I'm like 4 points is. Most weeks can outscore players. Like, how'd Foden do this week? 2? How'd Foden do last week? 2? How'd Foden do the week before? 2?
Well, exactly.
Elliot Anderson's outscored Foden in like the last 4 straight weeks, right? Like,
he's also got the Foden
get a 15-pointer? Yes. Are you going to time that right, though, over the season? No, you're probably going to get Foden in after he's already got 1 or 2 of those big games. You're probably going to go get Morgan Rogers after he's got his 2 braces in a row. And then you're going to end up having ultimately over like the next 4 games, probably Morgan Rogers is going to underscore Elliot Anderson, and you actually owning the 2 is sort of where I'm at with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because Morgan Rogers is likely going to blank in some of these games, even though you expect him to just go nuts every week. And then you're going to be like, fuck, should I get rid of this guy?
I mean, for me, Elliot Anderson, he seems to be such a good pick. You almost say he's almost getting 4 as a default every week. He'll occasionally get the 1 point clean sheet bonus because Forest should start keeping a few more cleans in the dice.
Yeah.
And he's got some upside to get an assist here or there. And if he gets an assist with those DEFCONs and everything else, he will get a bonus or two as well. And that's going to happen. So for me, Anderson's not, for me, staying in my team. And maybe the unlimited money thing isn't that relevant to the conversation here. But I mean, if I was going to pick a midfield now, it would be Anderson, Rice, and then I struggle. I would go Cherky over Foden, honestly. Cherky's if he's getting DEFCONs,
I would also wait to see where Semenyo fits in, though.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the Semenyo thing's massive because my instinct is that Semenyo's going to take like the Silver or Doku or the Reindeer's role because they're kind of playing in the wing. I assume he's going to play there rather than in the center.
And I expect him to just start for a while here. Like ultimately, he's going to become part of Pep's roulette, and like 4 months from now, we're going to be like, when has Semenyo even played lately? Like we did with Doku. Like when he got Doku was like straight in playing weekly for like a month or two, and then all of a sudden he just wasn't. Well, it's part of like that Simpsons meme where Homer goes back into the hedge. It's like, oh, you're part of the roulette now, buddy. You've been here a little too long. Like your hot, shiny new toy.
My instinct
things worn off.
So assuming the Semenyo goes through, and it kind of, I think people generally think he will, and I partially think Pep let him play yesterday because he was playing us. He was hoping Semenyo might do us some damage.
Definitely. I think that was mutually beneficial for both teams. So they were like, of course.
Yeah. I think that if Semenyo comes in, I think he'll improve Foden, Cherky, and Haaland. And so there is an argument of having Foden and Cherky, or Cherky and Semenyo, depending on how much he's playing in that midfield. I guess the question is, would you have Saka or do you prefer 2 Arsenal D? Because you've got our 3 Arsenal players. Rice and Gabs. Do you prefer the 2D or do you prefer Saka?
I'm kind of indifferent on it, man. Like I feel like for as much as Saka blanks, Timber blanks. And like I do still think that if push can't come to shove on a wild card, I'd probably go Timber and Gabs.
If you look at Saka's game log though, he's been ticking along.
Yeah, like he had a rest. It's the busy period. You could expect rest right now. There's probably gonna be a new crop of people resting this upcoming game, right? Different people are gonna rest, and we're all gonna be like, "Oh fuck, Cunha didn't even start." I mean, maybe not Cunha because they have nobody there, but like Foden or Cherky could get rested.
But Man U were different because they haven't got any European matches, so I think that's kind of where their players are going to play every week if they're fit.
Rice might rest next game, right? He had that knee thing. Who knows how he's responded?
If he does, I'm not very happy because we should have taken him off. The fact that I guess it went 3-2, so maybe he would have got a rest before that. But it's Liverpool at home. I know Liverpool aren't as good as they used to be, but you can see them getting up for this game if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Equally, I guess that my instinct
Liverpool resting versus Burnley home. Then, like, do you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, my instinct. We talked about this in the last pod, didn't I? I said to you, I think we're going to smash Villa, and it was 4. It should have been 4-0. It was 4-1 on the end. We've been waiting to get some goals against someone. We obviously got 3 against Bournemouth yesterday, and that was despite going 1-0 down to a ridiculous goal. Of course, these things happen. People make mistakes. My
mids would be a little different than yours, though.
So I think.
I would have Palmer if I was on wildcard right now.
Interesting.
Just because he's now played 90. He's played, 29 was his first game, 57, 57, 79, 71, 62, 90. He's kind of back. I mean, today was a tough one because it was City or whatever, but the fixtures, like I said, for why I got Sanchez are really good right now. And if you just had a blank piece of paper from now going forward, I would probably roll the dice on Palmer and like Timber and Gabs instead of Saka. Like I would have Rice and Palmer, Bruno G.
No, I kind of see that because that's kind of why I went for 2 defenders when I made my decision this week. But obviously, I didn't sell Saka because I thought Rice might not. I thought Rice isn't going to be fully fit to play both the games, and surely we'd rest him against the Bournemouth game and keep him for Liverpool at home anyway.
Ideally you gotta think The AFCON's almost over now, too, all of a sudden, right? Like, I didn't pay attention this weekend who got knocked out, but they're in the knockout stages now. So there could be, hypothetically, some players coming back now.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, a lot of them should. You've got to think a lot of them back after. So maybe not this week, but given our next game week, we just talked about is Saturday, 17th of Jan. That's 2 weeks away. I think you're right. I think there'll be a lot more players back by then.
Well, like, let's see. So right now, Cameroon are like, they're happening right now as I talk. Like, Cameroon is beating South Africa. I just find it really hard to. I don't.
So I mean, the semi-final. So the semi-finals on the 14th. The semi-finals are 14th of Jan, which is 3 days before game week 22. So unless your players end up actually, if you make the semi-finals, you've got the third place playoff on the 17th and the final on the 18th. So if your teams don't make it to the semi-finals, then those players will be back for game week 22. And then if they're not back for game week 22, they'll be back for game week 23.
Like Egypt plays tomorrow at 11. If they lose, they're out.
Yeah, but everyone will be back by game week 23. So we've only got 2 more game weeks without the AFCON players.
So I'm a little hesitant to make too many luxury transfers right now, I guess. But then where does it go from I'm missing out on points here now to luxury transfer? Like, I look at Van Dijk, if I pull up my team here and I go pick team, like, you'll see here, I have Van Dijk second bench after Lacroix, right? I'm going to start Big Gabs, Liverpool home, Tarkowski, obviously Wolves home, Alderete, Brentford away. I've got Sanchez starting, but I don't know. Dubravka's Man U at home. That's another thing too. But I noticed that with Sanchez and Dubravka, they both had like their home games the same week. They both had their away games the same week, but all of a sudden it's just randomly changed. Now they like go home away.
Which is perfect because Burnley are much better at home, albeit I think Burnley are just rubbish home or away, but slightly better at home now.
Yeah, Dubravka's Liverpool away and then Tottenham though after this. So like I need to kind of know what's going on.
That means you're playing all 5 of your midfielders, which I assume is Rice, Anderson, Saka, Foden, and Cunha, of course. And
Ekitike and Holland, and I don't know if Ekitike is fit or not. I've got Lacroix coming on for sub. There's also going to be rotation. I could see Foden being rotated. I could see even Holland being rotated. Honestly, man,
I can't. So
I think Holland will play, but
coming back to the midfielders, let's work on the basis that Timber and Gabs are the best 2 Arsenal. I think you're right. Long term, Timber and Gabs, I think, is probably where to go. So you got Rice, which we agree on.
Yeah.
Would you have a City midfielder? I think you have to. The team go.
I just like if I was on wild card, I would probably pick Cherky this week and Foden last week and
I just think Cherky just seems a better fit.
I would not make a change of Foden to Cherky. Let me be clear on that. This is like hypothetical. If I was on a wild card, it's like Cherky 1A, Foden 1B this week, and it can change by next week. I think Foden is much more explosive, and I think Cherky's going to tick along a bit better.
Okay, fair enough. But you would have a Man City midfielder.
Through the Wolves home game, I would.
Okay, right. Okay, so we've got Rice and we'll call it Cherky or Foden.
Mm-hmm.
Would you then go
Bruno G is 100% in my 5. Like I think he's below Rice. Probably is number 2.
What about Rodgers?
I think right now, sure, have him in almost as like I can't give you a really good answer for the 5th mid, and he's so highly owned, and they do have decent-ish fixtures, which I do think they're sneaky, not great though.
I think
Palace away is not great.
I slightly prefer Watkins, but I've always been more of a Watkins fan.
Yeah, but that doesn't impact having Rodgers as a mid in this fantasy game.
It does to some extent, though, because I might not want a double Villa attack. It's kind of how I'm playing. You've kind of got to. It's a bit like, well, if I only had Gabs, I'd probably want Rice and Saka. It's that type of thing, right?
I would have Palmer ahead of Rodgers in this like hypothetical situation, though.
I mean, I guess the thing with Chelsea is we need to see what the new manager does. But surely the new manager's got any sense. Palmer will be front and centre of his team.
Yeah.
He's got to, right? I mean, that does put Chalobah at risk. I suspect not. I suspect he's the main defender there still, but there is a risk that happens. There is a risk that Sanchez loses his place to Jorgensen. I'm not saying it will.
Potentially, yeah.
So, I mean, everything's slightly up in the air a little bit in terms of that Chelsea team. It's a bit like you said in terms of if Semenyo goes to City, I want to see how that impacts Foden and Cherki, both from a minutes perspective, but also does it make either of them stand out better than the other? And what does it do to Haaland as well? I mean, they're not going to sell Haaland. No. I mean, I think he's blanked 6 of the last 9, though. And we haven't captured him quite a few of those games. And obviously, the one we didn't capture him was one of the ones when he went bananas. Yeah, torches against Fulham, wasn't it? Which is probably why you hate the Fulham defence. I mean, I think, but once Bruno Fernandes is back, when's he back on the game? I thought he was back in like 2 weeks because he was like his chance of playing increased to 25% on the game this week.
Doesn't say when he's due back.
Does it not?
No.
My instinct is he will be back in game week 22. I mean, home to Man City.
Yeah.
And then he's got away at Arsenal. I mean, you could arguably say don't play him for those games and then wait till you get Fulham at home in 24. It's probably when you want him. But Bruno Fernandes has a habit of doing well in those bigger games.
Yeah, like he's like Elliot Anderson with superstar upside. He's getting the C-bit as much as Elliot Anderson. Maybe slightly less.
Oh, he's getting.
Where do you put Caicedo?
He's off the radar for me. I just think he's had these injuries. Not, there's this thing about him not training for it, which is why he's missed the odd game here or there.
He's been getting coming back. Cards like way more aggressively all of a sudden. Like he's been back. His 3 games back, he got 3 straight yellows into a suspension. Like what the fuck was that? He's getting this C-bit though, so I mean he's on the radar. He's got more attacking liability.
I mean, ultimately. And Elliot Anderson is better than Caicedo. And I don't want Anderson and Caicedo. So for me, it's Anderson.
I think Caicedo is going to get the 1 point clean sheet more often. I think they're probably tied for C-bet. And I think Caicedo probably has more attacking upside. I actually think Caicedo is a better pick. I think over like 20 games, he'll get 6 to 7 more clean sheet points, which will add up even. Like, I know it's not a crazy huge differentiator, but like he's more expensive though, right? He's closer to 6 million. I mean, he's not on my 5 right now this week, but
I mean, Elliot Anderson is on 80 points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Casemiro is interesting because he's ahead of him. Or saying the same amount of points. Where's Caicedo on this list? He's further down, right? Because he's
missed a bunch.
He's missed a bunch because of injuries and. Yeah. But when you take into account that Caicedo's not fully fit, it appears to be he's coming with some sort of injury. He's getting booked more often,
and
I do think Anderson is better at C-bit. If you look at the course of the season, Anderson has been better at C-bit than Caicedo. Maybe you're right that Caicedo's got more upside, but Caicedo's also got the uncertainty of what the new manager is going to do. For me, Anderson's 100% the pick over him at the moment. Maybe that I'd have to see Caicedo back in the team and looking good for me to change my mind on that. But anyway, I mean that's arguing over the 5th mid if you want to go for a slightly cheaper 5th mid.
Caicedo's on more points per match. I think Elliot Anderson has also gone through the first number of games with Ange as the manager, and now he's on this better situation for him as well. I mean, I'm not selling Elliot Anderson here. I'm just
that's fine. Well, didn't you say you might sell him to Bruno G earlier?
I don't know. I need to think, man. I had like euphoria yesterday. I had 30 points and 3 players played, and then I woke up and Cunha had scored. And then it just went all to shit from there. Like I lost the keeper, Ekateke was out, and people were getting Rice points off the bench and stuff. And it's just like, great. Your little bit of moving up the ranks is like 1 day later shot back down to hell. It was almost like that feeling of looking at live FPL, which is, I haven't looked at that website in over 2 years now because of this feeling where you're like, oh, I'm doing like, when you had a player scores, you go quickly look to see like what your high water mark is right now. But then other people's players do things and you come back down and you just have that like shitty feeling, like when you're not getting dopamine and you feel like that, like, oh, I hate life. So like that's kind of what today felt like for me in FPL, where it was like, fuck, what else could go wrong? All my fucking high upside D are just like leaking goals. Thiago's got a hat trick. Ekateke's now injured. My keeper's injured. You know, it was just sort of like shitty little Sunday.
You must be on a green, because I think actually I might be on a small. I must be on a small green now that I've got the timber points.
I was on a big green though, for sure. I think after yesterday I was on 109K from 200K, basically 198 to 109. I'm probably going to be back up to like 198 now. Like 180.
I would think you once. My guess would be 170, 160. But anyway, so I mean,
I did roll last week though, so I'm on 2 frees, which is nice. I think a lot of people are kind of back into like only 1 free now.
I've only got mode. I mean, so, I think I'm going to roll because I've got. I mean, Alisson in goal against Arsenal is not great, but it is what it is. Yeah. I've got Alisson now. I don't think that's a good pick at all. I probably massively regret that. Maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah, it was a terrible.
More than you. Maybe more than you.
Same as Van Dijk. This is bad as the Van Dijk pick. Like it was exactly the same as, hey, look at these fixtures coming up, and for you, save points for Alisson. For me, CBIT points for Van Dijk, and just like none of that's happened, and they're fucking terrible. They look horrible out there. Whoever they play looks better than them every week.
Yeah.
So like, I don't like that I have any Liverpool in my team. This Burnley home fixture, I feel like, is like this trap, like when people were holding Watkins too long in the first few weeks of the season, and it's just gonna like, ultimately we should just deal with it now and get points this week, because we're probably gonna fucking get scored on against Burnley, aren't we? And we're gonna end up with like a 3-pointer against Burnley and be like, fuck, I should have just sold them.
I mean, my other thought on Ekitike is because as I said before, I really like Watkins, right? Maybe I just, because at the moment I'm playing Timber and Big Gabs home to Liverpool, of course. Good chance of a clean sheet, which you obviously wouldn't normally think that, but absolutely yes. Tarkowski, and then I'm playing all my midfielders. So Elliot Anderson, Saka, Lewis Miley's got Leeds at home, Cunha, Burnley away, Foden home to Brighton. I'm playing all those, and I've just got Haaland up top. Currently, I'm benching Ekitike and playing Anderson. Joachim Anderson home to Chelsea, but if I make Ekitike Watkins, then Anderson or Chalobah become my first bench.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're losing Ekitike versus Burnley at home, but we don't know how bad this injury is, dude. How many days away is that? If he pulled his fucking hamstring in warm up, it's gonna be like 2 or 3 weeks, man.
But Burnley is 2 weeks away. The other
what thought day, that went through my head is the date.
The date, it's Saturday 17th of Jan, so it's 13 days away the match. So he's got 2 weeks to recover, basically.
I feel like he's going to lose like 0.4 team value too, especially with Thiago doing what he did today.
I mean, given I really want Watkins, maybe I just go Watkins, because I think I prefer Watkins to Thiago, which was fine. It's different points of view, which is good. Yeah. I think
like Watkins has, who does he have this week and next week? Palace away, Everton home. That's not great.
But Palace is nowhere near as good as they were.
But away,
I think Watkins' fixture.
If Richards could come back easily this week, I mean, he's like Bruno Fernandes. He's
what's
like
Palace's last few games been?
Barely. They concede like 1 goal. They're just not keeping it clean.
Let's look at Henderson. So Henderson goals conceded. Okay, he's only let 1 against Fulham and Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying, man. And that's depleted without Richards, without Munoz. They're not getting pumped, bro. It's just they're not keeping clean. Like, I have Laquan and I play him, and like they concede in like the fucking 80th minute. It's just annoying more than anything as a FPL player, but like they're not a team to target, especially away. It's a terrible fixture. This is partially why I didn't go Rodgers. Like, I don't expect Villa to go in there and just fucking pound Palace, dude. They're going to get like a goal, maybe 2. Then it's Everton at home, who, remember, are really fucking good defensively. I know that Thiago pumped them today, but like something was up. This is an anomaly. They've cleaned 5 of the last 7 before today. It's not good fixtures, dude. Like, Thiago's a better pick right for the next 2 weeks.
Maybe. I think if I was to do something, I would probably go Watkins. But I guess the other thing I'm looking at is when I get to game week 22, do I really want Cunha home to Man City and then away at Arsenal? I'm like, probably not.
No, Cunha's got like a week left.
And then he becomes
for
who?
Cunha.
Who's become Rodgers?
Well, for me, it would be Bruno Gia, but I don't know.
I mean,
I'm hoping Bruno.
there's Bruno, there's Bruno G.
Both
the
Brunos.
Left field for me, which you're telling me is a trap, is Gakpo, because he has been the best Liverpool midfielder.
No thanks. I don't want anyone on that team right now. Plus, like, Mo's going to be back in another week or two. Like, what happens there? I just full avoid.
Okay.
How did Brendan Johnson look today, by the way? I'm assuming not very good.
Don't know. Didn't look. I didn't watch any of the games. I just saw the end of the Chelsea game, which you probably noticed earlier on.
I wonder if I could go like Cunha, not this week, but if I went Big Gab, or sorry, not Big Gabs, Van Dijk to somebody, could I make Cunha Palmer? And just do the Van Dijk move, like, I don't know. I guess if I'm that would be me, like, getting rid of him right now. Like, who are the best? Do I have enough for that? 4.2. I the only cheap guy that I noticed right now that's playing good minutes that's interesting is that Man United D. What's his name?
Heaven.
I mean, he's played every week. I think he got Cbit today, didn't he?
Don't know.
Yeah, he's got Cbit in 4 of the last 5 games, and he's played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight with fucking Martinez back. I mean, is he a pick? Do I go Van Dijk to heaven this week? Just get the Burnley game now instead of waiting on Van Dijk, who sucks. And then I have enough money to get Palmer straight from Cunha, while Palmer plays Brentford at home, I guess. I don't know.
And then you get the Ekatike goals. I mean, it sounds like, I mean, obviously you've got this Obi guy who doesn't do anything. The other thing is, could you not make Obi into Thiago, or you're just not going to go three forwards? No.
It's a waste. It's a trap. It's a trap. Same way Watkins is a trap. I think that let's say no one in my team's injured, okay? Here would be what I would want to do. After this week, see you later, Cunha.
Yep.
After Burnley at home, see you later, Van Dijk. Those two, like, have to happen.
Yep.
So if I was going to do anything early, it would be more beneficial if it involved them, because that's going to happen anyway. If I start doing other shit, it's going to impact me being able to do those moves that I want to do. Cunha's got to go in a week. So if I roll, I'm going to have 3 transfers to deal with Cunha. And then the week after that, I guess Ekatike and Van Dijk. This is if I'm playing the fixtures perfectly, right? But now I've got this Sanchez thing potentially to deal with. I think for me, I have to wait on Sanchez, don't I? I don't even know what's wrong. I mean, I've got Dubravka, Man United home this week. I could see, like, I've got one Man United fan buddy that I have. They're right back to why the fuck is Amarin still here after today's result. So, I mean, I could see Burnley, like, dude, they could sneak a win. Like, Wolves just pounded West Ham. The form can just turn on a dime.
Which is why you don't buy Heaven, because I don't think Heaven's nailed either.
Yeah, I don't want Heaven. I don't want Heaven. Ultimately, I would rather have 5D that can go big for me than 3 forwards. I would rather have 5D that could go big for me and a non-playing forward than a Heaven in my team.
I mean,
it puts more stress on me not having a playing forward.
If I was looking, I mean, I don't know how cheap a defender you would go in. If I was going with a cheap defender, not that I'm a big fan, but Van der Ven would be interesting to me because they look like they're keeping cleans again. He got an assist today, I think, and he's in and around the attack.
I want no defenders that don't get CBIT. They're just a waste of time in this season.
Did you see Power got CBIT today? He's going to back in favour again. You look at his points.
I don't care about that. I would double up and go Keane with the unknown mystery before I would go with one of them.
I mean, I'm not going to dissuade you the other way.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like Spurs D.
I mean,
I'd go Thea 5 million realistically if I was going to make a D move right now. He'll be 5.2 by.
I mean, Pedro Porro's too expensive. You're right. You go Thiago over that. I mean, I don't. He's not getting defensive contribution every week. He has done the last 2 weeks randomly.
Yeah,
but I think that it struck me that they've become a bit more defensive. I could be wrong. I'm not massively close to it all. I just think that Van der Ven might become a thing.
Maybe he's like a thing in spurts. It seems to rely more on like goals though.
But if you look at his C bit, he got 8. He got 9 today. He got 8 last week. So he's not, and he got 12 or 11 the week before. So he's in and around it, and he's in on the attack. I think for 4.5. I don't know what their fixtures look like, to be honest.
I'd probably just pay a little more, man. Pull the money out of Foden later. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be going down from Virgil, probably to Thea. I mean, that's something that I would consider doing this week. Because who does Newcastle have this week? Wolves home? Is that who they have?
Leeds home.
You sure?
Yeah, I've got Miley. He's playing them.
Who did they play this week then?
Palace at home.
Right. When do they have Wolves? Week after. So I mean, like if I go Van Dijk to Theon now, I lose Van Dijk Burnley at home, right? I for sure want to sell Van Dijk after that. This week, Van Dijk has Arsenal away. So for the sake of like a math formula, no matter what, Van Dijk's being sold in all outcomes. Okay. I can have 1 unit of Burnley at home and a unit of being on my bench, Arsenal away. And the guy that I have playing is not the greatest, especially if I don't know if Ekateke is even going to play or not. And I've got these scenarios like that, right? If I bring in Theon now, he's got Leeds home, Wolves away in the next 2. Those are fucking excellent. Burnley home's probably the best of the 3, but like Wolves away is pretty good. Probably right there with Burnley home. And then Leeds home is way better than Arsenal away, obviously. So Thea is about to go up in price. He got a fucking like 17-pointer today, I think. So like I think Van Dijk's probably going to start getting sold because like people don't like him. People are angry. Remember, I actually resisted getting him in that initial wave like 4 weeks earlier than when I got him. Do you remember where people were all bringing him in? And who did we bring in instead? I think I brought in Tarkowski.
I think I bought an Anderson and then I got Tarkowski maybe at the same some of the time.
Yeah, you brought in Anderson and I brought in someone else. Can't remember who. But anyway, my point is I was like, I don't like Van Dijk, dude. Like these guys don't keep cleans. And then I got to a point where it was like, I can't remember why I ended up getting him. Someone got hurt. And I'm like, fuck, he's got like Wolves home, Leeds, and Burnley in the next 5. And then they fucking concede Wolves. They look like shit today. And I'm just like, this guy's not getting any CBIT. And he's 6 fucking million. He's 5'9". And it's just like, he's going to lose me money. I guarantee. If I hold him for the Burnley home, I bet you he goes down in price this week because people are going to see Arsenal away. They're not going to wait for Burnley. And I'm looking at Thea like, this guy's getting CBIT fucking almost every game. Right?
And Newcastle have got a good defense. You notice that Pope's back in again. As much as I like Ramsdale, they've not been keeping clean to them.
I'm doing that. I'm going to do that tonight. If Thea's price moves tonight, I'm going to do that tonight. Otherwise, I'll wait a day or whatever.
So I think
that helps me this week. Yeah. Sorry.
So go ahead. I feel like we've been less structured because I haven't got any questions, but I think we've talked quite a bit around various things. Mm-hmm. So I think I might do Ekateke to Watkins because I think you're right. I've not really thought through the logic of I don't want Ekateke after this week. Liverpool don't look great anyway after Burnley, and then I'm having to play Joachim Anderson home to Chelsea or Chalobah away at Fulham. Obviously, they're playing each other, but the other point is that someone random might just get a rest. Foden might get a rest, as you say.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think Cunha will. I mean, Timber might get a rest, right? I think it's unlikely it's Liverpool because we really need to win that game. But I think of all those players, Foden might get the rest. I think you're right. Here's a question: who are you captaining? Is it going to be Haaland? I feel like it has to be, doesn't it? It's just because I wouldn't trust Cunha away at Burnley, which is the most attractive fixture I've got.
Definitely not.
I think
scoring today helps a bit, but
yeah, I think Cunha might be my vice. I mean, if I'm what I would say is Liverpool Arsenal game is the Thursday night game. So there's one game Tuesday, 8 games Wednesday, 1 game Thursday.
I looked at Saka. I was saying Saka yesterday because on the Slack because I was like, rested Saka. He's starting. Liverpool's dear shit. I just really think this is a Haaland could go big kind of game. I just got it feels like it.
It's true. I would not be shocked because you know how I said to you that I said to you a few weeks ago, I said last time we played, I said I think we're going to go big against Villa. We did. And I said to you, Saka was going to explode at some point. I just don't know which game. And it wouldn't shock me if it's Liverpool. I would not be shocked if he got a brace and a couple of assists.
And also, like, Forest away, Sunderland away. We were like, these are the tough games for Haaland, really good center backs, and in a way. And then Chelsea, not as much as a worry from the center back department, but like still a decent team, right? It's a big game, and like he actually had decent XG
and
today.
It's kind of the new manager bounce without the new manager.
Yeah, and he had it. Haaland actually had a decent XG, man. So Brighton, though, I think this is like since he pounded West Ham, but since he pounded West Ham, this is like he just had 3 really tough defensive fixtures, and now he doesn't. Brighton are not that good. I know they got to clean again, Bard or whatever, but like, who they fucking play? Burnley. Like, I think there's a really good chance that Haaland. They're pissed off that goal went in right at the end. It's at home. It's a good fucking matchup for him. They're D or not. Their center backs are like an old Lewis Dunk. I think, and then even the sack. I think Arsenal could pound Liverpool. So I think Liverpool suck, but I do think I think Liverpool are sort of been playing down to teams that are worse than them, which could mean that they play up to teams that are better than them. Do you know what I mean? Like they definitely have the player personnel, so it's just a bit of a risk.
No, I think you're right. I mean, I'll just be happy when Haaland when Saka gets his 2 goals and 2 assists. I'll just be pleased that I own him and pleased he's scoring for Arsenal.
It's one of those where you're like, if you captain him, he blanks, and if you don't, he goes fucking bananas, and you're like, I should have captained him. But can't get it right.
I think you're right. I kind of in my own head kind of came to the same conclusion. I think the main conclusion, it's maybe less around do I think Saka might go bananas against Liverpool, but it's probably more around the fact that I could see Haaland going bananas against Brighton. So I think that's the main reason, isn't it? Really, it's just that I haven't been burnt on that Fulham game, and this is a home game as well.
Yeah,
Haaland can hatch against anyone at home.
Okay, can I ask you a quick question? If I do this Van Dijk to Thea, and I know I'm saying his name. I heard someone say it once, and I was like, "Oh, that's him." It sounds so fucking different than what I would think. But if I do that, I'm obviously playing him. Who do I bench? Alderate away Brentford, Elliot Anderson away West Ham.
Your bench should obviously be
Obi's Ekateke. I have Ekateke starting away Arsenal. I would probably bench him.
I think your bench would be Ekatike, Alderate, Obi.
No.
That's the order of my bench.
I would play Alderate away Brentford before I would play Lacroix home Villa, I think.
Oh, so I didn't know you had Lacroix. Sorry, yeah. Okay.
I think Villa's too good.
Yeah. Okay. Villa were too good because Watkins is going to get a hat-trick, right? So I should buy Watkins. You just contradict yourself.
I think they're too good. Like they're going to score a goal for sure. I don't think they're going to get a hat trick, but who knows?
Yeah. Okay.
I think Alderate is. Well, Sunderland has sort of been sneaky, really good, right? Like it's sort of like the games I bench him. He's getting 8.
The thing is,
games I start him. He's getting.
He didn't get C-bit today, though. That's probably.
I know, which is not normal. Like neither did Lacroix. Like neither did Van Dijk. I was watching this morning, and I'm like, none of these guys are even near it. He did end up getting it. Fuck, Lacroix's a fucking C-bit monster, man.
He got it, but he's been awful.
This is the thing. I look at like 16 minutes into the game, and it's like, oh, he's got one. Fuck. And then I look at like 35 minutes into the game, and it's like, oh, he's got 3. Got what? Fuck this. Fuck shit. Then I look at like 80 minutes, and he's on like 14. They come in like spurts.
And there's definitely a lot more you get in the end.
If you're holding a lead, though, if you're not winning, you don't.
When I was watching the Arsenal game yesterday, I knew Timber was on 7 for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I saw him do 3 defensive contributions at the end. I was like, okay, at least I get 3 points for that. And then he didn't get it. And obviously he has now. He has, because I was like, I watched that and it's like, he definitely got 3 bits there. But I mean, Lacroix has got, since game week 15, he's got 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 3. That's 6 games. I mean, I've sold.
And I saw Ian wrote in Slack that he had a header going in and Gahey blocked it for a goal, which would have been fucking massive. I had him starting that game. That was the last week. But if you look at defensive contributions and you sort by that, Sinisi's number 1 at 239, Tarkowski's number 2 at 221, and Lacroix's number 3 at 216. These guys are your fucking top tier C-bit. Alderate is harder to gauge because he missed so much time with that concussion.
I mean, Virgil's still on 194, which is bizarre.
No, but he's just not getting them.
I mean, Joachim Anderson's on 205. He's definitely good. He's unreal. Mukalele seems to be above.
Anderson is on that top tier too. He missed like 2 games.
I think what's clear now for me is Mukalele, I think, is a better pick than Alderate.
Oh, definitely. But now he's gone up in price, and I don't want both of them.
Because not only is he better, seems to be better defensive contributions, he's also got that long throw that's going to assist, and he looks like he can score as well.
Alderate is a little more frustrating, but like I'm not going to use transfers to mess around with that. Like I'll reassess after Burnley at home. Classic last words in FPL right now, eh? You get guys in for the Burnley home game and you sell them before they even get there because they're shit picks.
Well, I mean, Kuna's has managed to get himself.
You imagine he didn't score today, though. You would be thinking the same thing. You'd be like, "Fuck, I'm just gonna."
No, there's no way. There's no way I'd sell him now because I'm like, he's gonna play, and he's on pens. He must be on pens.
Same thing. I'm looking. Okay, so
but the difference is you're having to hold him for one more game to get there, whereas now Kuna's it's now right. Would never sell. I've held him this long. He's
right. True.
That's the difference. Whereas you're saying, but they got a really crappy fixture, the hardest fixture in the calendar. They're playing awfully. Ekitiki's injured, and Liverpool look like they could concede against anyone. And Van Dijk probably won't get C-bit in that Burnley game anyway. So even if he does get a clean, it's probably a 6-pointer. I mean, is Burnley the ones that are terrible at set pieces?
I don't know.
That's the only thought I had is because Van Dijk is good at scoring from set pieces. Obviously not good as big Gabs, of course.
I'm not gonna play him this week, no matter what. I think I think the Van Dijk to Thea thing is gonna happen for me. But where my mind is now going is, well, what's different in Cunha to Bruno G right now? Then, because as much as he's got Burnley away right now, Bruno G has Liverpool at home and then Wolves away. Leeds at home and then Wolves away. And then if I don't do it this week. And I look next week, it's like, oh, he's only got Wolves away now. And then it's Villa home, Liverpool away, Brentford home, Tottenham away, City away. That's not great, even though didn't he get like a brace versus City or something? So I just think the transfer is probably worth more to just hold in my pocket on that one. Wait a week, get more information, see how Palmer looks, see if I need to do anything about Sanchez. I can always change Cunha to Bruno G. He's less money than him. I could go Cunha to Cherky just for a week or two until they have Wolves home while I figure it out. Then maybe I sell Foden from there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I might as well just keep the transfer. But like Van Dijk has to fucking go after Burnley, and I'm worried that if I don't do it now, if I don't do this move now, I'm gonna get stuck with Van Dijk.
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to tell you is because obviously there's no Premier League games after this week, but I think we've got FA Cup games.
So, and who's out of that?
Everyone's in it. It's the third round, so all the Premier League teams are in it. And
yeah,
so between game week 21 and game week 22, you've got all the FA Cup games, and then you've got the semi-final of the League Cup, which Chelsea, Arsenal, and I think it's Newcastle, Man City is in the other leg. So it's worth bearing in mind that Newcastle have got 2 games in between. Now, I suspect I don't know who let's see who Newcastle have actually got in the cup, because that'll make a difference, because they can probably they might play reserve team depending on who they're playing in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So they got Leeds at home. Oh, no, they got Bournemouth at home in the FA Cup, and then they've got Man City at home. So after playing Leeds, they then got Bournemouth and Man City. Yeah, I thought
3 days
I should mention
later.
Yeah. So there wasn't really winter break, is there?
Then they've got PSV on the 21st, right after Wolves.
That's a lot of games they've got. They're playing every 3 days, basically, aren't they? There's a little gap between the League Cup semi and the Premier League game. That's your only downside in both Bruno G and TR. That's kind of why I went Lewis Miley, which probably wasn't the best move ever. More because I was thinking
it's a weird one. It's not weird. It's just kind of an unusual move, Lewis Miley.
Got me 7 points.
I know it. I'm happy it worked out, but it's just kind of a bizarre move in general in the history of you playing the game. Like, it's just like, remember that week I went Lewis Miley out of fucking nowhere, like on nobody's radar at all. I'm playing reverse out of position. He's a midfielder playing D. Like, it's a weird fucking move that he happened to get an assist, so you got some points out of it.
But I think I kind of got him on the basis they've got 3 good fixtures, and then I'm not sure I want lots of new. Kind of like you just said with Bruno G, you're going, well, actually, after a couple of. Whereas I think TR's are different, because I do think Newcastle are good enough to clean against quite a lot of teams. So I think he's a better pick long term than maybe Bruno G is. And I think that's the problem with the midfielders, because I kind of think like Rice is a good long term hold, Anderson's a good long term hold. I think Bruno Fernandes is a good long term hold. But what other players? I still think Foden or Cherky is somewhere in that bracket. I just think it's probably Cherky, which is kind of where my head's going with the midfield. That's kind of where I was trying to get around to.
But if I look at all the D, okay, if I go to D here, okay, I'm trying to do it. So, all right, if I look at the D, like, who the fuck else do I even want? Like,
I mean, if you've got the Chelsea covered,
well, I don't know if I do, but let's say I do.
Let's say you do. You don't want double Everton, which I kind of get, because Tarkowski is just a different level. You're not an Anderson fan. The thing to bear in mind is
I'm an Anderson fan. I just don't think that he's going to get a lot of cleans, and like there's a and he doesn't have like an extended run of good fixtures. It's sort of like,
I think the thing to think about is, which is why I still said Van Dijk to Minoz. If Minoz is due back in game week 22, that hopefully he's back. You see him play. Van Dijk's got his Burnley fixture. Then you get then go him to Minoz, and then you go, I like that, because Minoz, once he's back, we're all going to want him, because Palace, it will improve Palace. He's an attacker.
I'll just go like quad Minoz though.
That's true.
Like Van Dijk, I'm kind of looking at like so Thea, whatever, right? Like he's
I'm not necessarily. So to be clear, I wouldn't not get TR because of the cup games. It puts them up.
They're really limited on injuries right now too. Like I don't think they can afford to really rotate them.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about Bruno G, if I'm honest.
Sure. Okay. Fair enough. But for D, okay, who are the best 5? We did it with mids, and we should probably not go on too much longer here, but who are the best 5 D? Because like Big Gabs and Tarkowski to me are obvious. And then I'm good with just keeping Alderate. You have Mukiali's a better pick right now, definitely. But like I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, but okay. But if you go best,
so I need 2 more, and like I can't wait for Munoz to come back. I'm just going to go get him right away.
I mean, the other ones of interest to me.
And wait, before you say Timber, like I'm not going to do a double move to get Timber right now.
I wasn't going to say Timber.
Okay, but just I want to make sure he's like.
Yeah, I mean the you get Timber if you don't have Rice and Saka.
Yeah, if I was
That's
on
kind of
wild
how.
card, Timber's there. But let's just say I need two that
What
aren't
about
big
Cash?
gabs.
What about Matty Cash?
He just doesn't get CBIT. It's like he has to have a wonder goal to get the points
To be fair, he's not
or an
done great recently.
assist. It's like he gets an assist, he gets a goal, he has a good week. He doesn't, he's getting fucking twos. He's basically a forward. Like that's not what I want. And they don't keep a lot of cleans, man.
I mean,
No one on that team gets CBIT weirdly. They got no cleans for a long time.
I mean, I'm not feeling like repeating myself here, but I will repeat myself, even though I'm not.
Yeah.
Is Van de Ven?
No. The other one that's interesting, I guess, is Mateus Nunes, because he's actually getting defensive contribution points in a handful of games, which is rare for Man City. Like he's got 4 now, which 2 in the last 3 games, but like everyone else has like 1 game where they've got defensive contribution points, man. It's really weird. And he's in on the attack more so than the center backs, I guess. I don't want to go there, and I feel like I've missed that, but I don't know.
I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
I mean, I look at my defense. I got Big Gabs, Timber, Chalobah, Tarkowski, Anderson. I'm like, I could probably just go with those guys because I mean, of the players you talked to, the only 2 players that have interested me outside of that would be TR. Yeah. I do think I think Van de Ven's interesting. I know you're not a fan, but I think there's something there. I think I agree with you and Matty Cash probably because Villa aren't keeping enough cleans for me overall. I'd probably go Martinez over Cash just because at least get some save points, and he might save the odd pen. I don't mind the Man City defense, but I do think you were probably right with the Donnarumma call. That's probably where I'd go.
Yeah, thank you for saying I was right. Hey, look, I just realized Tia hasn't played in 5 games to start the season. 4 games to start the season.
But he was a new guy at that point.
No, I know, but why I'm saying that is because I've sorted by defensive contribution points, and he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 11th. So if you added 4 more games of like 10, let's call it, he'd be up at like 5th.
The problem with this is they need to have defensive contributions per 90 or per game or something.
When I got Tarkowski and I did my when I was like Tarkowski versus Keane, I went through every single fucking defender that I would even potentially consider as game log and counted the number of games they actually got to 10 or more and divided that by the number of games they played. And it was like Senesi and Tarkowski were like miles ahead of everyone. I think Tarkowski was 10 games in 12. He got it or something at the time. And like Keane was 9 games in 13 or you know what I mean? It was something like 9 and 12. It was like 1 less. And then I went to Man City and it was like 1 in 10, 2 in 10. I was like, geez, these guys are so bad at this. And I looked and it's like, every once in a while, a player will get like 26 CBIT and it fucking shoots them up this list. But to your point, they're not actually getting 2 points for you every week. Like,
no, there's definitely players who got these random.
Like Chalobah's way the fuck down. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chalobah's got it in 8 weeks out of 20.
I mean, he had that random game the other week where he got 0, which was bizarre.
Exactly.
Anyway, right. We should wrap it up there. That's quite a long one, given we had lack of an agenda. But
like Van Dijk had 9 in 15 games, and then 5 games have gone by where he hasn't got one. So now all of a sudden he's got 9 and 20, which is like. 9 and 15 is like a really good number. 9-20 is fucking horrible. So I don't know what's going on, but something's changed. Like Senesi, it's pretty much what weeks didn't he get it? 2? It's just crazy. But they just leak too many goals. It's sort of like Anderson, right? Like if they were getting just even slightly more cleans, I'd be like, Yeah, good pick. I'd like that, but I just view him like Sinisi light. Like they just don't clean. Like the CBIT alone, I want CBIT. It's not like I just want the player to get CBIT. I'm happy. It's like CBIT's like a necessity for me to look at you on D, unless you're super good at attacking like Munoz and you're on a good clean sheet team, which Munoz was at the time. Fine, I'll look past it, right? But otherwise, you have to get CBIT for me to look at you. But then now I need to know which teams actually keep cleans. And like, even though I have Tarkowski, Keane probably fits that the best. It's just the unknowns of when's Branthwaite back? What's with this fucking mystery injury? Like he's just eliminated. Tia's probably sneaky good because he should have more CBIT than you would think. It's just that he missed those 5 games. He's probably right up there with Anderson and those guys. We just don't think of it that way. I think I'm just gonna. Right. Gonna go Thea. Anyway, buddy, I'm good. What was your? Did you have a question, or was it the midfield question?
It was. I wasn't sure about the midfielders really. I'm just trying to bounce around in my own head, and I said I think I've come to the conclusion of what I'm getting torn on the midfielders between what I think are good long-term picks versus this sort of short-term piece.
Yeah,
and I guess my question is Rodgers a good long-term pick? By the way, that's not
Rodgers is the shit pick in my. Well, he's not a shit pick. Sorry, he's just slightly overrated right now. I think, and the fixtures aren't as good as you would think for an attacker, like Palace away, for example. But I do think he's a fine pick. I'm more. Hey, 3 weeks from now, all these new mids are going to be back, and Palmer's going to have unreal fixtures. Like, do I want to go fucking jumping on this right now for this week's hot player, or is it going to be a whole new feel? Like, are people going to be selling Rodgers to get Bruno Fernandes and Palmer? And I'm not going to say Salah, but like, do you know what I mean? Like these, Sarr, Brennan Johnson for Palace kind of player.
I mean, I can't see myself getting Mo again just because he's because now I've got the luxury.
Not until he's in white hot form and he forces my hand.
Then maybe it's a different conversation. But I can't see it. Right. Cool,
dude.
See you soon. Bye.
See ya.